Okay, generally we plan our careers when we watch something on TV. Okay, that okay, this can be a career, or we came to know and then we search about it. Sometimes it happens that we choose a career because our friends are taking in, or because someone else is interested and he thinks it's a good opportunity for him. So we also think, okay, my friend is doing it, so let's do it together. Okay, life interaction, someone you must have spoken to your cousin or some other neighbor or something, and they said, okay, I am doing this and this is really good, you should have a look of it, or you should just feel. And when we come in 8th, 9th and 10th, people start giving us lot of information. Okay, you should do this, what are your plans, what are you going to do, you should be doing this, this is very good, this is new. But taking all that into consideration, we should see what we want to do. Okay, and lastly, parents. So parents, some parents are in today's world, they are very happy with whatever their kids want to take it, but some parents are, as in, they are very rigid that, I think you should be taking this one. I hope none of your parents are like that. Okay, now better resources to pick a career. So what are better resources to pick a career? Okay, it is to compare your personal skills or strength against those required by various careers. So what do you understand by this? Suppose if I want to be a doctor, okay, or I want to be a teacher, what are my personal skills or strength I need to have? Can I have anyone to answer? What are the personal skills or strengths? Just by the overlooking of it, tell me what are the skills I would require to become a doctor or a teacher? Anyone?
Doctor needs a patience to
Yes,
counsel the patient so that he can understand what the problems the patient is facing and can give
right,
a correct medication. And to
right.
be a teacher, they should be a good influencer as well as a good communicator so that they can change the student's life.
Very good. Yeah, as he correctly said, a doctor needs to be patient. He should be able to counsel his patients very nicely. And as a teacher, you need to be a good communicator and a good influencer. Right, exactly. Santosh, so tell me, if I'm a very shy person, can I be a teacher?
No, ma'am.
Why?
If you're feeling shy, then how can they be a good communicator?
Right. So I'm not saying I can obviously, reform my skills, but it is very important that my skills, my personal skills and strength is equally good for my career. Okay. Second is to determine which career offers the most opportunity. So in this, we'll take an example. There were a lot of jobs in 2000 or mid 2000, 2005, which are washed out right now. Can you all give me any example of one of the career or one of the job which is washed out right now because of artificial intelligence, or because of your communication and media, and which no longer people used to do those jobs, but now they cannot because of technology? Any one example or two examples, if I can get it from y'all?
Yeah, like postman.
Sorry.
Postman.
Yes, exactly. Postman. Anything else?
those
Others also?
people those people who run their homemade things, no, for making baskets and all, but due to technology now we can make them by machineries and all, so there is no need of such means people.
Yes, skilled labors. Okay. Anything else? There are many jobs. So let's have an interactive session. I don't want it to be only me speaking and giving you all knowledge, and so as and when possible, please let's interact. Anyone else?
Maybe the workers in the automobile factory earlier they used to manually
Sorry,
put the
can
parts.
you be a little loud?
In the factories of automobiles earlier the workers used to manually
Yes, exactly. Yes. Okay. Manual workers. Yes. Anything else? Okay. I have an option. Accountant. Right now we have lot of tools and softwares for it. So we don't need a lot of accountants, as someone said, postman, because we have messages and emails on our phones, skilled laborers, artisans, all that is deteriorating and new jobs are coming in. So now tell me some of the new jobs which you all feel have just currently started in like 5 years or 3 years, or which are very new to you and you have not heard them before. And they've just come recently in limelight. Anyone?
Artificial intelligence development.
Sorry?
Artificial intelligence.
Yes, AI.
Maybe-
Okay. What else?
They became
Digital marketing.
Digital marketing. Yes, it's a very big platform which has come recently. Anything else?
e-commerce.
Yes, e-commerce. Okay. Okay. Anything which has changed or have gone updated during this lockdown, if you all can tell me. A lot of people have changed their jobs, businesses. What has come up more in this lockdown period?
Web development.
Web development. Okay. Yes, correct. Okay, fine. So there are so many people have started their small businesses in lockdown. People have started so many startups and everything. So much has changed over these 6 months also. Even if we are not taking the picture of say 5 years, 6 years, so much has changed in these 6 months also. Okay, so we need to understand that every time, every 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, things are going to change, things are going to be moving forward. Okay, so we also need to be dynamic and we also need to upgrade and change ourselves. Today if I say that I want to run a company, but I'm just going to sit and do my accounts on paper, is it feasible? I'm not going to use computers, I'm just going to use my pen and paper and I'm going to do it. Yeah, on a small scale it is okay, but if I want to expand, I won't be able to. I need technology right now. Okay, so we'll understand all those also over the course of time. Third, to develop your list of careers for consideration. Okay, what we want to do, what is our interest, okay, what we are interested or passionate about. Okay, and lastly, to learn about the nature of work, education requirements, job outlook, earnings, etc. Means everything. If I'm a very social person and if I take a job where I'm not talking to anyone and I'm just sitting in an office and working on a computer, I'm not going to enjoy that job. Okay, or if I've studied MBA and I have to do sales, like I've done MBA in marketing and I have to do something else, I won't be interested in that job. Okay, what are the pay scales, like what I'm expecting to get in future, and what is the job outlook, am I satisfied with that particular job? All these are a very better way to pick up a career. Okay, now what is this ikigai model? Okay, firstly we used to take SWOT into consideration, means what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what are my opportunities. So we spoke about all the resources. So I have just I would like you all to take 5 minutes and draw this model. Okay, it's called the ikigai model. What is the ikigai model? It's basically the reason to live for. Okay, and you all see the model over here. It is made up of 4 components: your passion, the things you're interested or passionate about to do. What is your mission in life, like what is the goal, ultimate goal you want to achieve? What is your profession you would want to take it? What is the vocation you would like to take up? Okay, and then it comes like, if I combine my passion and my profession, then what you are good at. Like, am I good at teaching, am I good at dancing, am I good at any creativity skills? So my passion and profession has to be combined, and it has to be what is good at, what I'm good at. Then passion and mission, like suppose my passion is to help people, and my mission or I would love to communicate, and my mission is that I want to change the society in a better way. So what I would do, I would either join a social NGO group, or I would become a psychologist, or I would become a doctor. So then, am I all those things, am I loving it? that I'm doing it. Okay. Then the third one is profession and vocation. Like you combine those, that this is my profession, this thing I'm going to make a career in, and can I get paid for it? Because whole life we are not going to do. We are actually going to earn for money or for our status, for our career, for betterment of life. So am I going to be paid for it? We need to see that also. And lastly, sorry, mission and vocation, what the world needs. So right now, does the world need that I need to become like, in today's world, say for example, there's happening so much of war, and there is happening so much of tension is going on. So mental health has come up so much right now. Okay, people are seeking help. There is so much stress going on. So do that world need today? Or is it not required and I'm just doing it because I like painting, I'm doing it, but the world doesn't require it. So it is going to be your personal thing. Okay, so I'm just copy this model, and when you're sitting and when you're choosing a career, I want you all to look up for this 4 things: passion, what is your profession, vocation, mission, and you will have to add one more thing, is opportunities. What opportunities I'm going to get in those careers. Okay, is it a booming career? It is a career which is like going flat these days. Whatever, think about it, research over it. Okay, so these 5 things you will be taking into consideration. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so what are the options after 10, 12 standard? There's science, there's commerce, there is arts, and there are others. So let's look at it. Okay, so what is science? Science has two major groups. Okay, once you take it after 10th standard, you have to select PCM, that is physics, chemistry, and maths, and PCB, which is physics, chemistry, and biology. Okay, those are the 2 broad categories in science. Okay, now careers in science with PCM are engineering, information technology, that is IT, merchant navy, commercial pilot, physical science research, astrophysics, geology. So that all comes into physical science research, architecture, and defense services. Okay. Yes, data. Someone wrote data scientist and CA. Yes, you can do that also after from science. Okay, so let's understand each in detail. Okay, so now from here onwards, it's going to be theoretical. So as and when you feel that you're interested in career, please make notes and write. Okay. Now, which are these movies? Can anyone tell me?
3 Idiots.
Periods.
It was all about engineering. Okay, so let's see how we would go about with engineering. Okay, there are 2 ways of going about with engineering. After directly from your 10th standard, you will do a 3 years diploma in any engineering you want. It can be hardware, software, electrical, anything. Okay, then you would be directly going into 2nd year of your engineering degree. So that would be 3 years of diploma, then 3 years of B, that is bachelor's in engineering or BTech. Okay, and 2 years if you want to do masters, that is masters in engineering, MTech. If you want to do MBA, you can also do that, and you can do masters also. Okay, so this would be one way. The second way is after your 10th, 12th standard. So you will be taking, after 10th, you will be taking PCM. Then after 12th standard, you will be giving your entrance exam, which is GE, CT, SAT, all of it. So after clearing the entrance exam, you will be doing a 4 years bachelor's in engineering. So here we were doing 3 years of diploma and then 3 years of degree. Here we are directly doing only 4 years of B. So if you go to see, the number of years to become to come to bachelor's degree are almost same. This is 2 plus 4. This is 3 plus 3. Okay. So 4 years of engineering or BTech and then 2 years of masters. So masters is same. You can do even MS, masters, MTech, MBA, whatever you want to do in your master's degree. That would be for your 2 years. Okay. How many engineering streams are there? Can anyone tell me how many engineering streams can you all think of and give me some few names? Anyone? All those who are writing in the chat box, we will please keep the note of the question answers. We'll do it at the end of the time. Okay, at the end of the session, I will answer all your questions. Yes, please tell me what any name few any y'all can just tell me on the video itself. No need to type it.
Software engineer.
Software engineer, okay.
A mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer, but on an average, how much do you think is कितने engineering के courses हो सकते हैं?
12 to 18.
हाँ?
12 to 18.
12 to 18.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? He's saying 12 to 18. Anyone else? There are, okay, someone has written, I think Santosh only has written so many engineering names. Okay, there is biological, aerospace, chemical, civil, right? Computer science, electrical, material science. Okay, okay, nice, nice. Okay, anyone else? There are more than 50 engineering, okay, which you all can do in different fields. So common streams are, as you all rightly said, mechanical, computer, civil, electronic, electrical, telecommunication, chemicals, biotechnology. Then the new age ones are energy, financial, robotics, nanotechnology, nuclear, geotechnology. So there are various marine engineering, agriculture engineering. I have just named a few over here. There are many geoengineering. There are many engineering. So up to around 60 to 70 engineering courses are available, okay, in India or out of India. Okay. Now, who are these few three people, like famous people? Can anyone tell me?
Bill
Steve
Gates.
Jobs.
Yeah, one person. Yeah, one said Bill Gates. Okay.
Sundar
Steve
Pichai.
Jobs.
Jobs.
Sundar Pichai and
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. So who all were they? What did they found out? Who are they?
Entrepreneurs.
Found Microsoft.
Okay. Bill
Steve
from
Jobs.
Microsoft.
Steve Jobs, Apple Inc. Next, Pixar.
Sundar
Yes.
Pichai
yes.
is
So they were
CEO.
all in. Yes. Okay. Sundar Pichai is CEO.
Google,
Google.
and Alphabet.
Google and Alphabet.
Yes, exactly. So they were all technologists. Okay. So now let's come to computers, your IT. Okay. So you'll be doing computer application, that also is from your PCM. Okay. So there are 3 to 4 ways. Let's understand it in a little detail. Sorry. Okay. Okay. The first one is 3 years in BSc in information technology. That is your bachelor's in information technology. Okay. That's the first way of going about it. And then you do 2 years of master's in information technology. Okay. So that becomes your 5 years. The second way of going is 3 years of bachelor's in computer application. In that, there are two options: master's in computer application or MBA in information technology. Okay. And the third one way of going is BSc in computer science and then doing master's in computer science. Okay. And after doing all the bachelors, you can go to various. You can also, from your BSc information technology, you can do MBA also. You can do masters in computer science also. Okay. Or from your BSc in computer science or information technology, you can do an MBA. Okay. But from your BSc in computer application, you can only do masters and MBA. So basically, MBA can be done from any of the 3 fields, that is IT, computer application, or computer science. Okay. Any questions? Please note it down. I will be, sorting them out in. Okay. Now, what are these? three, yeah,
Monuments.
yeah, 3 monuments. So who builds monuments? Can you all tell me?
Architecture designer.
Architect, yes. Okay. So which are these 3 ones? Can you all tell me which is the first image?
Qutub Minar, Taj Mahal and Gateway of India.
Yes, Taj Mahal and Gateway of India. So we are seeing about architecture. So architectures, we have to do it from science. Okay. So after 12th, you'll be giving a NATA exam. That is your National Aptitude Test for Architecture. So basically, it's an entrance exam after 12th standard. You all will be doing it. Okay. After that, the architecture course is for 5 years. Okay. You will only get a degree of bachelor's in architecture. It is for 5 years. It's one of the longest courses. Okay. So it's 5 years. And then mostly you do masters in it, but the masters is you don't learn anything new. It's just the forward studies of your bachelor's only. But just for the degree, people do masters. You can immediately start working after your bachelor's also, like taking internships and then doing your job and then being your independent architecture. You can do directly after your bachelor's also. But people for degree or for that that thing, they do masters also. So even if you skip masters, it's okay. If you want to do, it's great. Okay. So it's a very thing, it's just one of the course which is a little lengthy. It takes 5 years, okay, to become a bachelor's in architect. Okay. Now what is this? Anyone?
Wilbur and Orville Wright. They created
Yeah, that
aeroplane.
too I can see. It's written over
They
there.
discovered aeroplane.
They discovered aeroplane. Yes. So they were the Wright brothers who discovered the aeroplane. Okay. So now we are going to study about aviation. Okay. So aviation, basically, you want to do BSc in aviation to become a pilot. Okay. So here, after studying your BSc in aviation, you require different licenses. Okay, to become the commercial pilot. So first you need to have your so here it's all about licensing. It's about once you complete your aviation degree, that is your BSc degree in aviation, you will have to have licenses. So your student's pilot license, then you would have, once you clear that, you will be getting your private pilot license. So for your private companies or for those jet planes only you will be serving, and then you get your commercial private license, where you become a pilot for all these airlines like your Indigo, Air India, on a commercial level. So you can British Airways, any airways which are running. Okay, so it's all about licensing. First students license, then private, and then your commercial license. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, what is this? Navy. Okay, so let's study about what is Navy. Again, a BSc in nautical science. It's a bachelor's degree. And then after that, so there are again 2 ways of going about this. Okay, so first one is doing a 3 years of bachelor's degree in nautical science and then taking the pre-sea training. Pre-sea training is basically they give you training on board of what you want to do in Navy. You want to be a high-end Navy officer, you want to be a cadet, you want to be, so there are various levels of it. So once you do the pre-sea training, general purpose training with any of the Navy institute, you can directly work. Okay, once the training is over, the training starts from say 3 months to it goes up to 1 to 2 years. It depends on what course you want to do with them. Okay, and the second type or second way of going about is you give your entrance exam, which is again your GE, CET and everything. Sorry, GE, CET. Then you do a 4 years degree, that is your bachelor's in marine engineering. Okay, you do a bachelor's in marine engineering or you do a BTech in marine engineering, and after that you do your MBA in shipping and logistics. So this way which is your entrance exam, your BTech. People who want to have a business of, your goods and communications through your shipping, they would go with this method. And people who want to work in Navy would go with the nautical science, pre-sea training and all that. So here, when you're doing MBA in shipping and logistics, when you want to open your own business, you want to open your own logistics company and everything, you'll be doing that. Okay. Now, what is actuarial science? We are going to study about what is actuarial science. Does anyone know what is actuarial science?
No, ma'am.
Anyone?
Studying maths.
Yeah, it's about
Yes.
insurance and calculating premiums and all that.
Right. It's about
Statistics.
statistics, calculating your policy. So all these government policies, all these LIC policies, and all these insurance policies, the math behind that is these actuarial sciences. Okay, so these are actuaries. Now, this is a very new thing which has come up, and so it's been there, but it is very difficult to do it. Okay, so it can be done from your science, it can be done from your commerce as well. Okay, but how it is, so from your science, how would you go about this? You would do a BSc in actuarial science, that is your bachelor's degree. Then you would do a 2 years of masters in it, or you do a graduation like your normal commerce graduation, science graduation. And how you register with the actuary, like the Institute of Actuary of India. Okay, so once you register it, you would have to give lot of papers, like how we give in CA, we give lot of papers, like we have group A, group B exams. Like that, you will be having around 15 papers for your actuary to actual become actuary. Okay, and you will be passing each, it can be given in any combination. You want to give one paper at a time, two paper at a time, and the exams are from every six months. Okay, so there are around total 15, and then after I think 7 papers, you can start working in any company. Once you clear the first 7 papers, you can start working in companies. But there are very few actuaries in India. So it's a very good scope if you're good in maths and if you're very passionate about maths and you like maths. So it's a very upcoming field, and there are very few people in this field. Okay. So after graduation, you register, then you do a 1-year post graduation. You can do a diploma of 1 year, diploma in actuary science also, or any graduation with maths. As I told you, you can go from science, anything, and you can do this side by side also. So suppose if I'm doing a BCom, I'm doing a BSc, and side by side I'm giving papers, it's okay, it can be done. Okay, so you will also have, so suppose in case you find that, oh my god, now it is getting too much for me, at least you have a degree, at least you are doing something, like side by side you're doing in science, graduating, commerce, anything. So people generally do with their graduation, they do their graduation and they start studying, they start giving papers here and there, one after the other. Okay, but it's a very good scope, so y'all please keep it in mind who are interested. So yeah, we studied over there the 3 years of bachelor's. Can you go to the next slide? Okay, yeah. So here we were. Can you all tell me which are these movies and what are we looking at? Anyone?
Laksh,
Yes.
Border,
Border and Uri. Yeah, right. So we are looking at army
Defense.
now. Yes, army. Okay. So can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So now we are looking at defense services. Okay, it can be army, navy, your air force. Okay. So after your 12th standard, you will be doing a NDA, that is National Defense Academy. You will be studying at the National Defense Academy, and you will be training for 3 years. Okay, that would be your general training. And after that, after graduation, in which field you want to specialize in, like you want to go for your training with army, you want to go with the air force, you want to go with the navy, you also can select in those 3 years. You also can go after graduation and you directly do it as CDCA. That is like your 2 years of studying in your National Defense Academy. But there is a lot of training which is involved over here. Okay, you all will be actually be tested on your physical abilities, your mental abilities, as well as whatever there is in the course also. Okay, yeah. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, so here till now we studied about all the PCM. Okay, that is your physics, chemistry, maths, related options. Now we are going to study PCB, which is physics, chemistry, biology. Okay, any fields which are coming up to your mind which are related to PCB? Can you all tell me what is one major thing which is related to PCB? So, what are the various fields which will be related to your biology in general? Anyone?
Well, biotechnology, microbiology.
Yes. Microbiology, biotechnology. Anything else?
Doctor.
Doctor? Yes.
Medical fields.
Medical field? Yes, yes, exactly. Okay.
BSc
Uh,
Agriculture.
yes, BSc Agriculture. Yes. Okay. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay. So you have careers in science with PCB. You, as you all said, medical, paramedical, veterinary sciences, biotechnology, biosciences, pharmacy, and lot of research work. Okay. Yes. Next slide, please. Okay. So we know this very famous movie and how this actor became doctor. I'm not able to say he became a doctor, but yes. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, so the medicine. Okay, now let's study. So in medicine, you all will be having two main fields. That is your medicines and your paramedicine. Okay, so medicine you will be having after your 10th standard. You'll be doing a 2 years of your PCB. Okay, and your entrance exam. So this is again going to be a 5 year course. Okay, so you will have to give an, or after 12th standard you will be having to give an entrance exam which is CET, and then you will be having like a 5.5 years degree, which 4.5 years you will be studying, and 1 year you'll be doing an internship at various levels. So you'll be doing an internship in a hospital, at a village setup and everything. So you get an overall view in the medicine. So what are different categories in medicine? There is MBBS, there is BDS, that is your dentistry, BHMS, which is your homeopathy, and BAMS is your Ayurveda. Okay, so these are the four broad categories in your medicine. And in your paramedicine, there are various therapies. Okay, so there is physiotherapy, there is speech therapy, there is audiologist, then there is occupational therapy, there is prosthetics and orthotic. So what is occupational therapy? People who are who are handicapped and require like a setup to move their muscles and body bones and everything. So those are the occupational therapists. Physiotherapy is similar to your joints. Audiologist, as you know, is for yours. Speech therapy is for your speech and words, stammering, and everything. And prosthetics and everything is your if you are burnt and everything, they have a skin. So basically it's related to your skin. And we have this, that they do change in your face and everything. That will all come under your prosthetics and orthotics. Your makeup, when they change your nose and everything, will all come under this. Okay, so after all of this you can do a master's. Okay, which will be your 2 years of your post graduation. Again, in your post graduation, more than studies, it will be all your practical knowledge. Okay, so if you're becoming an MBBS and if you're doing a post graduation in a particular field, you'll be given a lot of on job training. Okay, on job internships, training, and how you can look after the patient, what you can do, and everything. Okay, then you will be having your MD, MPhil. All of these are your master related courses. Okay, and for your MD and everything, that is majorly for your specialization. Those surgeons and everything are there. It is for that. So basically, I want to become a heart surgeon and everything. Then there are post after graduation, you do a post graduation after you do your MD and your MPhil. Okay. Okay, and after that you can also do a PhD in that. So you get a, so here PhD in any so here obviously you will become a doctor, but PhD in general is your research work. Okay, in any field. It can be in your engineering also, it can be in your psychology also. Once you do a PhD, it's basically your research work. Once you complete your research work, you get a PhD degree, and you can be called as a doctor as or an as an expert of that particular field. So PhD is basically you can do in any field. You can also do in as I told you, like psychology, sociology, you can economics, you can do it in any field. Okay, can we go to the next slide? Yeah. Now pharmacy. Okay, so your pharmacy is everything related to your medicines and your drugs. Okay. So now PCB is compulsory because it's related to your biology. It is related to your medicines and everything. After 12th standard, you will be giving a CET. Okay, then you will be doing a 4 years. It's similar to your engineering. You will be doing a 4 years of B Farm. In that you do 4 years of engineering, that is B Tech or BE. Here you will be doing a B Farm. Okay, and after that you have two options. Either you can do a MBA in pharmaceuticals, okay, management, or you can do an M Farm, that is masters. Okay, it is your choice what you want to do. You want to do MBA. So MBA is particularly who want to start their own businesses or who want to work in marketing area of it and all, and MPharm is something which is related to your research and everything. Okay, can we go to the next slide? Okay, now nutrition and dietitian. Okay, it's also you can do it from your science, and you can also do it from like your, you can just take up lot of diploma courses in it also, and you can become a nutritionist. But if you want to have a proper degree and all, you will have to go through your science, which is again a PCB, 3 years of BHM. Okay, or you do a BSc in biochemistry, and then at PG level, you can choose your subjects. You want to go in nutrition, you want to go in dietitian, you want to go in micro nutrients and everything. That is up to you, that you select at your PG level. And you can also do a MSc, because there is a BSc, you can also do a master. So basically these two are just your master's degree. Okay, yeah, next slide please. Okay, so again from your PCB area, there are lot of options. You can do a bachelor's degree in. There are specified agriculture science, forestry. Someone said biology, microbiology, botany, zoology, environmental science, horticulturist. So all of that you can do a BSc, and after that 2 years you can do a master's in it. Okay, these are just the very few. There are many more than this. Okay, next slide please. Okay, yeah, so now if you go to talk about biology in general, only in biology there are various fields. So there is microbiology, there is genetics, biotechnology, bioinformatics, biochemical, biomedical. So this, at right now, if we see, we suppose if you're interested in biology, you take up biology, and then when you will study biology at your 11th and 12th, you'll be more interested in which area you would like to go. Okay, so suppose if you want to interested in genes and everything, you will go in genetics. If you're interested in creating something out of it, you will go in microbiology. If you are related to medicines and pharma and everything, you can go in biomedical. So So you will only get interested once you are in that field, in that subject, and studying over it. Okay, then polymer chemistry all comes under PCB category. Okay, can we go to the next field, the next slide? Okay, now we are going to study about commerce. So what is commerce in general terms? Can you all tell me what is commerce?
It's something like
Handling
marketing
of
and
money. The
business.
handling of money.
Yes, handling of money. Okay, but why we give money to do what? Exchange of what?
For
Foods.
food and water.
Trade.
Exchange of food and water. Okay, anything else?
Goods.
Yes, exchange of goods and commodities. Exactly. Okay, can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, so commerce is nothing but the interchange of goods and commodities, especially on the larger scales. It can be country, intra country, trade between states. It can be anything, trade between two people. Okay, so it can be foreign commerce, that is different countries, between country parts, domestic commerce, and trade and businesses as a normal individual also. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, who are these people? Who are these famous people?
Entrepreneurs of India.
Entrepreneurs of India. Can you quickly tell me the names, please?
Ratan Tata.
Mukesh Ambani.
Ratan Tata, Mukesh Ambani. Who are those two people? Other two people? Anyone?
Lakshmi Mittal.
Yeah, one is Lakshmi Mittal and the other one is Kumar Mangalam Birla. Okay, so these are the top businessmen of our country. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so now what are the different options after 12th standard? Okay, in your commerce. So commerce is generally people take it up as okay, now I want to enjoy my college life. I would just take up commerce and do it. But it is not like that. It is much more than that. Okay, it is like if you are interested in this subject, then only go for commerce. Otherwise, commerce also gets difficult, and it is like it is not something that it's a cakewalk and you all can do it. Okay, so the basic course in commerce is your BCom, which is Bachelor's of Commerce. After your 12th standard, it's just a 3-year course. So you will be studying about general basic business principles, accounting, economics, and everything. And after that, you can just do a MCom, that is masters in it. But right now, BCom has a very, very low value. So generally, along with BCom, people do something else. They take up any professional courses, like they do CA or actuary, or they do a CFA. So we'll study.
BBA.
BBA, yes, yes, yes. So everything is done along with your BCom. Okay. Then comes your BBI, which is Bachelor's of Banking Insurance. So in commerce, it is very generally the trend goes as 10 plus 2, which is your till 12th standard, plus every course is of your 3 years course. Okay. So it can be BCom, BBI, but any other courses are also for 3 years. After that, you want to do, it would be either masters or MBA. It's a very fixed, like in science, how we had some had 5 years, some had 3 years, some had 4 years, but in commerce it's all 3 years. Okay, now BBI is, what is BBI? That is banking and insurance. You develop and understand the financial theory, okay, particularly related to your banking and insurance sectors. Okay, so if you're interested in banking, you're interested in insurance, you want to work as a bank manager, bank agent, anything related to bank, you would be doing a BBI. Okay, yes, next slide, please. And after that, you can also do a master's. Now you have BFM. What is BFM? And you have BAF. There's a very thin difference between these two courses. BFM is your financial plus marketing. So this course will give you like a lot of knowledge about financial markets, understanding of your money, investment, risk, economic, everything in general. And your BAF, that is Bachelor's of Accounts and Finance, will only give you knowledge about majorly only your financial things. Okay, so it would be understanding and analyzing your financial structures of your individual, of any company. Okay, so this is related only to finance. This is both financial plus the market. Okay, so very similar courses, but there is a difference between them. Okay, after this you can do, along with these two courses also, people take up CA side by side. It is little challenging, but it is a very good combination. With this also people take up CA, and after that again masters, you can do masters in your financial market or masters in your finance, or you can do a MBA from these fields. Next slide, please. Okay. Then you have your BBA, that is your business administration. So people who would like to have their own businesses, want to work with their management of their own businesses, want to have a startup and everything, would generally do a BBA. Okay, so here you would be exposed to like management studies, companies give opportunities, organization have to compete with global markets. So here you are studying more about business in detail, of how you can grow your business, how you can study the market overall, and how you can establish your own business, or if you have an establishing business, how you can grow it more. Okay, again a 10 plus 2 plus 3 years. After this you can do a master's or an MBA. Okay, then BMS is your basically your management studies. This would purely give you skills of management. Okay, so how you would so basically any company has a manager or a managerial position. These would be basically studying how you would manage a particular company or people, so this would relate it to your business, but in management, or more in a management section. Yes, can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, now in management, there are various options. You can do a management in, so when you're doing at an MBA level, you can do at various levels, at marketing, finance, human resources, information systems, banking, actuarial, retail, hospitality, healthcare, operations. There are various fields available. Okay, so you need to decide what management you want to go in, which field. I like hospitality industry, I would go and become a manager in the hospitality industry. I like healthcare, I would go and do a course in healthcare management. I like doing or working with humans, or with people, I would do a management in human resource management. So it's up to y'all can decide at the post graduation level what management degree y'all want to take up. If I'm interested in selling and buying and everything, I can also do a retail management or retail help. Okay, yeah, can we go to the next slide? Okay, now these are all your professional courses. Okay, so CA is one of them. Okay, like actually even CA you need to register with your institute of CA. Okay, there are 3 exams. One is your CPT, which you directly give after your 12th standard. Once you clear your CPT, that is common proficiency test, you would be studying for your IPCC. Okay, which is your integrated professional competence test. Okay, so in IPCC you will be having 2 groups to give, group A, group B. Once you clear those groups, you will be doing a 3 years of internship, that is called articleship. So you'll be working with any company for 3 years. Once you do that and finish those 3 years, and and pass the CPT exam, you will be then giving a CA final exam. And once you clear the CA final exams, again there are 2 groups, and once you clear that, you will be having you can become a certified CA, and in that, you can immediately start working after you've cleared your CA final exams. Okay, so here, as I told you all, you all can do this with your BCom, with your BAF, with your BFM, you all can do it. But with BCom, it's really simple. With BAF, BFM and all, it's a little difficult because even that course, has projects and everything. With BCom, you have nothing really to study, so you can do CA very easily with it. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, now other professional courses are your CA, company secretary, and your cost, work, and account. Again, similar to CA, you have to register with the different, like with your Institute of Company Secretary, Cost Work Accountant, and you will have exams. Like how you have exams for your CA, you will have your like foundation program, executive program, professional program. You will have, and you will have different papers. You can give in any combination. You can give 2 papers, then 1 paper, and they have the exams are of like 6 monthly exam. Similar for your cost and work, you have foundation, intermediate, and final. Again, a set of papers. So all these professional courses which we are looking at, it's more of understanding you have to give papers. You have to clear those papers. It similar to your CA, CS, actuary, and cost, work, and account. And next we will study that also. You just have to clear papers. Once you clear those papers, you will be through. You don't need to go for an actual study or something. You just have to give and clear papers. Okay, yeah. Next slide, please. Actually, we have studied in science. It's similar over here also. You can do it from your commerce as well. You have to just register, and as in when I told you there are 15 papers, you have to give those papers. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay, now these are your certified financial planner and certified financial analyst. Okay, so there's a very thin difference between them. The certified financial planner is a financial person who would be planning your finance for an individual, okay, at an individual level. And a certified financial analyst is a person who would be handling your finance at a company level, okay. So if I want to hire someone for my company, I would hire a CFA. And if I want to just I want a person to handle my personal accounts, I would hire a certified financial planner. Similar to your your exams, you just have to give an exam. You have to register with the particular institute, and you will have to give papers. Okay, this is with your 12th also, you can do it, plus after your graduation. CFA, the eligibility for this one is particularly your graduation. Once you finish your graduation, then only you can do it. Okay, now one more combination people do over here is they do their CA till your bachelor's level. Okay, they finish their CA, and after CA they do a CFA. So it's an add-on course. Once they do a CA, then they do a CFA. It's an add-on course, and it is very highly acclaimed course. Okay, so this is related to your overall international chartered financial analyst. So it's a very boon if you do a CA plus your CFA. And CFA is one course which you have to do it after your graduation. Okay, yeah. Next slide, please. Okay, now other available options. Bachelor's in computer application, as I had told you all, there also we can do it from science also, we can do it from commerce also, because the main subject which is there is your maths. Okay, so again that same thing, be bachelor's of computer application, we can do 10 plus 2 maths plus 3 years of BCA, and then we can do either a MBA or an MCA. It's only you do it from science or you do it from commerce. It's the choice is yours. Okay. Next slide, please. Now arts. Okay. What is arts? What do we study in arts? Anyone?
Economics.
Economics. Yes. Economics
Literature.
we can. Economics, we can do it from commerce as well. Okay.
History.
Psychology.
History,
Literature.
psychology, literature. Yes, yes.
Political
Anything.
science.
Political science. Yes, very good.
Problem solving skills.
Problem solving skills. Okay, okay, fine. So we'll see there are a lot of courses which one can do after your arts. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so now you have various options over here is your psychology, sociology, your economics, your political science, history, social work, literature, teaching. Okay, so now it is very basic in arts. You will have to do a 3 years. So first you will do 2 years of your 10 plus 2. Okay, you will be having a lot of options which you need to select. So there would be a combination. Different colleges offer different subjects. Okay, so if you go to a particular A college will give you suppose say psychology, sociology, economy, political science. B college will give you options of sociology, economy, psychology, history. Okay, so it depends. So in which subject you want to specialize in, you would need to go to that particular college. Okay, now in this after your 12th standard, you will be having to select subjects. So if I take 2 subjects, 3 subjects, if I take Hindi, literature, history, any of the 2 or 3 subjects you would have to select, and then you will be doing a master's in it. That is your post graduation level. Okay. In your bachelor's degree, like in your last year, like that is your 15th, okay, you will have 2 majors. You will have full majors and you will have part majors. What is full major? Suppose if I do a full major in psychology, I would have 6 subjects of psychology. But if I do a part major, so if I do psychology and history, I would have 3 subjects of psychology, 3 subjects of history, and then I can select on which master's level I want to go at. Okay. And if I'm taking a full majors, and if I'm very sure that I want to do economics only or I want to do history only, then only 6 subjects of history I would be taking. Then 2 years of masters you will be doing in that particular field. So if you take psychology, you will become a psychologist, counselor. If you take sociology, you will become a sociologist, NGO. You'll be working with human. You can also work as an HR. Okay, with economy, you will become an economist. Okay, all that. Now with teaching, there are again 2 or 3 combinations which we are seeing over here. So a basic teacher would be doing a B.Ed, okay, in your bachelor's degree, and then M.Ed, that is your after graduation masters, you will be doing an M.Ed. Okay. Suppose if you want to teach at college level or if you want to teach at say university level, you just have to pass an exam. You just have to pass your national eligibility exam, that is NET or SET exams. So you will be just giving state like exam. So if I want to just study or make people study in Maharashtra, I just have to give a set exam after like in any particular field. Like if I want to choose economics, political science, I just have to study everything on that particular field and I can give that exam and I can become a at a college level. Okay, but teaching at school level, you will have to go for a proper B.Ed and an M.Ed degree. And one more variation in teaching would be if you want to teach special kids. If I want to teach kids with special needs, like your learning disability, autism, and all of that, intellectual deficit, and everything, you will be doing a B.Ed, but a special B.Ed you will be doing. So you'll be only taught how to teach those kids. Okay, it won't be like teaching your normal B.Ed. It is similar to your normal B.Ed, but only for those special kids. Okay, yeah. Next slide, please. Now you can also do management studies from your arts. Okay, similar your BBA also you can do from your arts. You can do law from your from arts. you can do any designing from your arts. Okay, so your law is again, you can do it by two types. Okay, so if you're doing directly after 12th standard, you'll be doing a 5 years law, that is your LLB, plus your 2 years of LLM, that is your master's. Okay, if you will be doing after graduation, so if you finish your graduation in commerce and in your arts, and after that you think that I want to go for my law degree, after graduation you will be doing 3 years of law and 2 years of, that is your LLB, 3 years, and 2 years of your masters, that is your LLM. In designing can be anything. If you want to take a bachelor's degree, you'll anything related to fashion, jewelry, interior, product, industrial, animation, graphics, web designing, anything related to your designing, you would be doing a 4 years of degree plus 2 years of your masters. But in your designing, you can also do a lot of colleges are offering diploma courses. Okay, lot of colleges are offering certificate courses which you can just do a designing in say 2 years or 1 year, 6 months and everything, and you can become a designer in that particular field. Okay, but obviously the degree holds more value than your diploma and your certificate courses. Okay, yeah. Moving to the next slide. Okay, what is this related to?
Entertainment.
Entertainment, media. Okay, entertainment and media. Okay, can we go to the next slide? Yeah. So now here you have your mass media and you will be having your hotel management. Okay, which you can do after your arts. So mass media is related to your creative thinking. You can work in creativity in your writing, in your speaking, in your acting ability, everything. Communication overall will come under mass media. It would be 10 plus 2, 3 years of bachelor's in mass media. And in hotel management, if you would like to work in in any hotel industry, in hotel management, in service sector, in anything related to your managerial and hospitality skills, you'll be doing a hotel management course. It is not related to your cook, okay, or a chef. It is different. It is your management, hotel management. Okay. Again, that's a 3-year course after your 12th standard. And similar to these, you can also do your masters in these particular. You will do an MMM or an MHM, that is, or you can do an MBA after mass media or hotel management also. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, now who are they? Different.
Sanjeev Kapoor.
Yeah, Sanjeev Kapoor. So who are they by profession?
Cooks. Chef.
Chef.
Okay, chefs. Yes, exactly. Okay, can we go to the next slide? So law. Now law is also you can do it, as I said to you all earlier, you all can do it from your arts, commerce, science, anything. Okay, there is no okay you have to do it from commerce only or you have to do it from science only. The only eligibility I explained you all is after, if you all do it from 12th standard, it would be a 5 years of legislative, that is your LLB, 5 years. Okay, but if you do it after your graduation, it would be 3 years. Okay, 3 years of your LLB, and once you complete your LLB, only then can you do your masters, that is your LLM, that will be 2 years. So the years, if you all see, it is very similar. It is 10 plus 2 plus 5. So that is your 7 plus 2, 9. And over here, you will be just saving like 10 plus 2 plus 3 and plus 2. So again, that would be your say 15 and 17. Okay. So here you'll be saving a year, but again, it depends from person to person. I want to do 5 years law, I can do it. I want to decide after I graduate, okay, now I want to go to law. It's up to you all. Okay. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, designing and multimedia. Like multimedia is everything related to your designing, animation, graphics, VFX. As I told you all, over here there are 3 types of courses. That is, there is a foundation course, that is a certificate course, diploma course, degree course. It's up to you. So degree in anything would be your 4 years degree. Diploma depends from college to college. It would be a 2-year course, 1-year course, 2.5-year course, 3-year course, depending on. So your eligibility, you can directly do after your 10th standard also a diploma course, and then you can go for a degree, or you can do after your 12th standard. Okay. And you can immediately start working after your bachelor's. So specialization in architecture, interior, ceramics, jewelry designing, commercial artists, fine arts, web designing, animation, gaming, VFX, everything related to your designing and multimedia. Okay. Now your travel and tourism. Again, travel and tourism, you all can do it from your arts degree. Okay, it can be done from commerce as well. Eligibility is 10 plus 2. You do it after your 12th standard. You will be doing a diploma or a certification course, and you can do a specialization course. Like if you want to do tourism, then you would go to ITA. You want to become an air hostess, you will go in that air hostess particular. And lot of these companies also offer courses. So suppose if I want to go become an air hostess, an Air India would have their own, Frankfurt will have their own company, so various companies have their own school or training institute as well. Okay. Similar for your tourism also, if you go to see SOTC, or if you go to see like these big brands, they have their own field training also. So those people only have their specialized courses, or you have a normal course which is your IATA, which you will be doing for your travel and tourism. Okay. Yeah. Next slide, please. Now, what is this? Which career option we are looking over here?
Public service.
Public services. Yes. Right. Next slide, please. Okay. So now we are talking here about your civil services, your government services. Okay. So this is after your graduation in any field like your commerce, arts, science, anything, you would have to pass an entrance exam, which is your UPSC exam. It's a very, very tricky exam, and people study for years and years for these exams. After that, you will be clearing lot of papers, okay, which in your normal main papers are your 9 papers, and then you'll be going through a personal interview. Once you clear the personal interview, and personal interview is very harsh, they ask you anything related to anything in like your India, or anything related to where you're living and everything. So it's one of the very, very difficult exam to pass through. Okay. Once you have cleared with your personal interview, then only they give you the training to become an IPS or an IAS or a civil service agent. So it's a very long process. After graduation, you will be doing an exam. After exams, you'll be giving papers, and your papers needs to be, if it depends on how fast you're clearing those papers. Because if you take time, you will be delaying your training period, you will delaying your personal interview and everything. So it's up to you all how you clear those papers. Once you clear those papers in your UPSC exam, then only you can go for your interview. Once you clear the interview, then the training starts. Okay. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, these are all the new age careers which we are looking at. There is event management, there is radio jockey, tattoo artist, singer, artist, video jockey, choreographers, animal trainer, scuba, modeling, photography. So all these careers I tell you, all can directly do after your 10th standard. You all directly can do after your 12th standard as well. If you want to take a formal training in it, you all can do it. You can just do a diploma or a certificate course and you can do it. So suppose if I want to become a photographer, I have a good eye for photography or for natural this thing. I can just do a small certificate course with any institute related to photography, and I can just start photographing, and over the year I can learn different skill sets in it. If I want to do modeling, I don't need to go for a particular degree. I just start modeling, I start grooming myself, and I become better and better at it. So all these careers don't. Choreographer, for example, event management also has a degree and a diploma. So all these careers, and suppose if you want to become RJ, VJ, DJ and everything, you go to that particular, suppose I want to be an RJ, I go to Red FM, I just tell them, if they find my voice good, they give me some on training in their institute only, and I can start. So all these careers are not dependent on degree. You all can immediately start after your 10, 12 standard. Okay. Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are another new age careers, bloggers. Even for blogger, you don't need any particular degree as such. Okay. Adventure tourism, animation, filmmaker. If you're good at your computer skills and all, and you're starting developing app developers, if you've studied coding, and if you could develop apps, okay, all of these are you can start immediately. Yes, there are degree courses, there are diploma courses for the same. Yeah. Next slide, please. So again, career counselors, content writers, corporate trainers, dairy product management, all of this doesn't require any this thing. They are all upcoming fields. Okay. Content writing also, you don't require, if you're very fluent with your English, or if you're fluent with your language in particular, if you write good content, you can immediately start after 10th. You don't need any formal training in that. Okay. Yes. Next slide, please. Yeah, we spoke about DJing, we spoke about event managers, fairs and ticket agent, entrepreneurship. Okay, you want to start your own business, also you require formal training, but if you are set up with your father's business, or if you have a hang of business and selling and all, you don't need any formal training in that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be getting it, but I'm just saying all these careers, exercise instructor, if you have a good physique, you have a good body, you just do a certificate course and you can become an instructor. Okay. Yes. Next slide, please. Similar to your other designers, holiday consultant, your travel and tourism, graphic designer, health and tourism, footwear, hospitality, all these are your new age careers. Image consultant. So image consultant again is a very new thing where people are studying how you manage your own image, how you present yourself, what etiquette, what verbal communication you can have in interviews, in doing your own job and all. So again, it's a very upcoming field which is these days. Okay, next slide, please. Online reputation management, then photojournalist, public relation manager, jewelry designer, NGO management. All of this again are very new age careers. You can just do any certificate course, public diploma, degree courses in this, and you can you can start your career in these. Okay, next slide, please. Social workers. So social worker, as I told you, you all can do it proper a degree course, and you can do it. Video game designer, you can learn through multimedia. Social media manager, through your mass media, you all can do this. Retail management, if you are doing anything related to your MBA, after that you all can do a retail management. Again, all these are new age careers. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. Now I'm just going to give you all 3-4 sites names, okay? And you all will be, in case you all want to find like anything, like I will share my number with any of y'all, like one of the person. And if you all have, like, we will have a Q&A right now also. But if you have certain doubts and you have something, you all can obviously message me or call me and everything. And I will be also sharing like 3 to 4 career related sites. Okay, so one is your Siksha.com. You can all Siksha.com, careergrad.com, and collegedeko.com. Okay, so these are the major 3. If you have any doubt, if you want to know more in detail, you all want to find colleges, scholarships, colleges near your area and everything, these 3 sites would really help you. Apart from that, you find that okay, I'm stuck somewhere or something, and you all want to do career guidance or something, you all can reach out to me. I will share the number with any one of you all, and then you all can forward it to people who really require. Okay, now let's start with Q&A. If anyone has something to ask or have written some notes or something, can you all please ask me?
There's a question in the chat box.
Yeah, mathematics. I'm just reading it. Okay, now I'm studying PCMB in PUC. For PUC, my career path is so far. Later, I want to clear JEE, enter into IIT for BTech in mathematics and computer, and complete my masters. Then later with MBA. Don't you think so that this is a very, you'll be studying only for years, so it's a very, you need to select between your master's degree. So you want to do your bachelor's in BTech, then you want to do master's, then later with MBA. Either you do your master's or you do your MBA, that is also enough. And then if you want to clear your UPSC exam, I think it would take really high time. So if you're thinking about UPSC, you directly do it after your bachelor's, then you would save years. Otherwise, you will be just studying. And I think till the age, I don't know till when, you'll be clearing all these papers. So it is better that you're just focused on one thing. If you're focused on your UPSC, just do your graduation and just immediately start preparing from now onwards. And then if you want to do your masters and your MTech, focus on that, because everything together, it would just be a jumbled up thing. And you won't be end up like, it's my personal suggestion. Yes. Then someone has written, can you... Yes, sorry.
Ma'am, there's a question in the chat box that says, what is actuary and what is the work culture?
So actually, as I explained you all, basically they form these government policies and your insurance policies. So you will be working with different companies. You will be looking at the overall market growth and everything, and you will be forming policies. So these days now, due to COVID, like a lot of health policies have come related to COVID. So what is the math behind it? Okay, so in actuary, it said that if your maths is really good, please go for it. Okay, and it is a very high-end paid job once you finish all your 15 papers. Like any company would hire you there and then. Okay, and the pay is humongous. Okay, then if I want to become any defense, or we can be NCC and we can take ABC certificates, then it is easy to be any defense officer. Yes, it would be depending on your training and how you do it. Once you do finish that, how is your training going to be and everything? Yes, you can do it. Someone has written to me. Can you tell me, say something about agriculture BSc? Okay, agriculture BSc means, are you talking about your bachelor's degree or your engineering degree? Whoever has written the question to me. Do you have any online courses for designing which gives you a degree? No college. I think you can search. These days they have started with lot of online courses. So you all can research it, obviously. But I don't think so they would be doing a degree. I think there would be a lot of courses available for your diploma and your certificate, but because of this COVID situation, they might come up with a lot of degree courses. So please research on that. Okay, now someone has asked me, what should you do to become a singer? Okay, so to become a singer, if you have a good voice, go for a formal training. You have lot of, these private institutes and everything available where you will be given a formal training for the same. You can also do through a degree, but doing through a degree, you will be also studying like the history of it, the details of it and everything. But rather singers generally do lot of formal training with private institutes of with lot of these mentors and all, and you can go ahead with careers. They would only give you like lot of opportunities ahead where you can sing, and and those would be your stepping stones to success. Then it depends on you whether you would like to go in like a big industry, you would like to be a stage performer, anything like that. Okay, there are only 150 actually in India, thousands students trying to enter. This shows what difficulty it is. Yes, exactly. It is difficult to become an actuary, to become a CA. So CA also, it was really difficult. But after this GST and everything has come up, they have lowered their standards a bit. So you would see in 2-3 years, you would see a lot of people becoming a CA. But all these professionals, your CFA, your actuary, your CA, then your company secretary, CS, everything is very difficult. So you should have a really good focus. You cannot be doing like, okay, I would do this and then side by side I would be doing that. No. With all these professional courses, that's why they are professional courses. Now you have to be very focused about it. And that's why the pay and everything is so high, because it's not everyone's cup of tea to do it. Yes. Participating in any competition. Yeah, but you all will need to take formal trainings. You all cannot be like, if I have a good voice, obviously, एक वो process होता है. मतलब, you will have to go for the formal training. It can be like, you can't just become like, my competitions mein part le rahi hu, I'm winning and I can become a singer. No, you can. It's not like you cannot, but it depends कि what like break you are getting it. अभी जैसे कोई ये singers ये जो reality shows में आते हैं and then just get a good break and they become a singer. It is possible, but you need to go through that formal training is what I'm saying. Okay, if anyone has questions, they can unmute and please ask.
In IITs, they give 3 years. Actually, for BTech is for 4 years and MTech is for 2 years, right, ma'am?
BTech is for 4 years and MTech is for 2 years. Yes.
But in IITs, they give 5 years integrated degree for BTech and MTech.
Okay. So it depends from your colleges. So IIT might have a 5-year course, but for IIT, then you will have to give your GE main exam. Okay. And
Yes, ma'am.
you will have to clear that exam and then only you will be getting into IIT. Otherwise, you will be just ending up into normal engineering colleges.
Ma'am, my question is that actually, is that choosing this integrated degree of BTech and MTech is better, or choosing a separate degrees, first clearing BTech and then later on going to MTech is better? Because IITs also provide BTech separately and MTech separately for 4
Yeah,
plus 2 years.
so it is nothing like this is better or that is better. It's up to individual. Like sometimes what happens is like when they take so if they are taking a diploma course also in engineering, they are just trying. Like if I'm very sure that I want to do an engineering, I would directly be going setting up stones for that. But some people are not very sure about it, so they do it after your 12th standard. So there is nothing wrong in your integrated and your separate ones. It's just a choice what you want to take up as. Okay, it's not something that this is better or that is better. It's like how focused I'm. Okay, I want to do this from this only, so I would be doing that, and I'm focused. If I'm not focused, then I still have a wavering mind कि whether मुझे कुछ और try करना है, मुझे किसी और में ये करना है, तो मैं वो option मेरे में I can have an option open. That's the only thing.
Ma'am, I have a little doubt on the new education policy that was adapted.
Okay, what is your doubt?
According to that, they stated that if we leave the degree in middle, that means not completing the full course for 4 years or 3 years, what the time period is there.
Yes.
If we leave for 1 year or completing 1 year or 2 years, we'll be getting a minor, like we have completed minor degree like that certificate.
Hmm.
Is that true or?
Yeah, so what they have said is that at every level, so if you do a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, at every level you can take an exit, as what they're saying. Okay, so if you take at the first level, it would be your certificate or something, like they would name it something. If you take it at a 2 year exit, it would be a diploma. If you do a proper 3 year, it's a degree. But coming into action, it will take more, like, they are expecting it to come as in 5 years, 2020, 2025 or something they're saying. But let's see how fast they change this. But so I think personally, I think it's a very good a very good option. Because suppose if I am doing something, if I'm doing designing or if I'm doing something, and suddenly I feel that it's not for me, or I'm not able to cope with it, I can at least take an exit and choose something else. Plus they are also giving you options of selecting two different subjects also. So if I want to do psychology with designing, I can do it. So at least I have an option. So that's a very good thing, but I don't know how quick they are going to come up with this. And but it's a very good initiative which they have, like very good thought which they have come up with. Because they don't want students to waste their years, like 3 साल डिग्री करो, फिर समझ में आए कि नहीं मुझे ये नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है और फिर मैं कुछ और करूँ। तो उससे अच्छा है कि आप हर स्टेप पे एक एग्जिट लेके आप कुछ आपको दूसरा करना है तो आप कर सकते हो।
Is that we can go for actuary after our masters or like that?
Yeah, you can, but why would you go after masters? You can start giving your papers from your 14th, 15th and all also ना. So why would you wait for that? You would, like, जितने जल्दी आप finish करोगे उतना आपके लिए अच्छा है ना. And those papers take time. There are 15 papers. So
because
like,
okay ma'am,
yeah.
continue.
Yeah, please tell.
If you are going with a degree like MTech or BTech, that itself it consumes its own time, and it also involves some research works like that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If you're ready to do that much hour, like after your masters also, you can do it. Like I understand. See, अभी जैसे लोग, जैसे मैंने CA का भी एग्जाम्पल आपको दिया कि लोग BFM के साथ भी करते हैं एंड लोग वो फिनिश करके भी करते हैं. इट्स अप टू यू कि आपको कितने साल तक पढ़ाई करनी है. लाइक काफी लोग होते हैं कि मुझे जल्दी पढ़ाई फिनिश करके मुझे करियर स्टार्ट करना है, और कोई लोग है कि नो, आई वांट टू टेक माय ओन टाइम, आई वांट टू स्टडी like good amount of time, and then I would like to take up career. So it is better, like how focused are you, how you can manage it on your own. It depends personally from person to person. So I have like 2 of my students. One is actually doing after graduation, now she has started, and I have another student who has already started before graduation and he is giving exams. Okay, so it depends on individual to individual and how you will be able to manage that course with your actuary. It depends totally on you.
We have a question in the chat section.
Yeah.
She's asking, what is the path to become a doctor? NEET is the entry card, but what after NEET?
So after NEET, you will be going for your degree, that is your MBBS degree. Okay, so that's your 5.5 year course, which I told you. So you'll be directly, like, depending on your NEET score, you all will be given different options कि गवर्नमेंट कॉलेजेस ले सकते हो, प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस ले सकते हो, कौन सी कॉलेज में, डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर नीट एग्जाम्स. ओके, And once you clear that, you will be obviously doing your 4 years course. After that, you will be doing an internship. After internship, again you will be giving an exam, okay, for your, if you want to do graduation, post graduation, okay. So once you do that, if you will be giving an exam post, so वो exam maybe it depends on your marks, आपके marks कैसे आते हैं, depending on that they would be giving you post graduation. So you can do post graduation in pediatrics, gynac, surgeon, heart surgeon, brain surgeon, normal, MBBS, doctor, anything. But it will, both the categories, it will really dependent on your entrance exam marks. Okay, what after which so in your NEET, which college you will get, and in your after your graduation, which course you will be selected. So it is not something like I want to go to this course, so I need to have that particular scoring for that course. Okay, if you don't get it, then you will be end up getting it whatever course is available. Okay. Yeah. There's one more. So again, same, you all will be doing a civil service, no? You all will be doing your UPSC exams and everything. So all these civil services, they would have a little bit here and there changes, but similar. Like, you know, you'll have to clear the UPSC exam. You will have to go with a personal interview, and then you will be given training.
Any other questions?
Okay, so I think Nipun, I'll be sharing my number with you all in case you know anyone has any questions or something, or with Needy or whoever is available. I will just share my number. They can ask me if they have further doubts and all.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thanks.
So is that all? Does anybody else have any questions?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Agriculture BSc. But what about agriculture BSc?
I think she's asking what is it about and what is the procedure.
Are you asking me what is agriculture BSc about or something? Yes. Okay. So basically, your BE or BSc in agriculture is related. There are various fields in agriculture also. Okay, whether you would like to work with, like you would like to work on crops and you know hybrids, or you would like to work on machineries, or you want to invent into like you know soil and everything. There are various courses in agriculture itself also. So there is agriculture engineering, there is agriculture in general, there is agriculture in soil management, in crop management, in hybrid management. So just do a bit of research on it and what field you are interested more.
So I guess that's all the questions for today. If anybody has more questions and all, we'll forward the number. We'll get the number from ma'am and we'll forward it to you all so that you all can openly.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'd like to thank you very much for coming today for this session. It was very helpful for all of us, even for me personally. Okay. All of this stuff, a lot of knowledge we didn't know ourselves, being in degrees and all of it. Thanks a lot for this, ma'am.
Yeah, it was my pleasure, Nipun, to be here. But I was really glad, and I would love to help you. Any kid in future also who require any help. So as I told you, I'll be sharing my number, and it was great. It was a very fun Sunday for me also to share my knowledge with you all. Okay. So yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here and helping us out. Even me personally, as Nipun said, and everybody else who's here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It means a lot.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
So yes, guys, I hope you all learned a lot something and you will have a lot of thinking to do after today's session. So if you have any doubts, you all can contact me on the official GYC number and I'll share the contact of Kinjal ma'am with you all, okay?
Yeah, exactly. And please do your research in any, I would just give you all a small tip, like I have given some websites name also and everything. Please do a little research from now. I don't know, like are they everyone in 10th standard, 12th standard, what is it?
There is a range of age groups here. Starting, I think here on this call, people might be from 8th standard, 7th or 8th standard to 11th and 12th, I think.
Okay. So yeah, so you all can be like, just start your researches. People who are not in 10th standard and everything from now. People who are in 10th and 11th, whatever you all want to do forward, start looking, like, keep your options open. So anytime it doesn't happen कि मुझे ये नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है और आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर, कीप योर 2-3 like plan A, B, C open. Okay, and I have given you all that ikigai model also. Please sit like maybe today, tomorrow or something, think about your passion, your opportunities and whatever thing you're looking at, and you all can search, like, it will be a better reflection about your own self, like I would say, क्योंकि मेरा पैशन ये है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये है, तो मैं बेटर सिलेक्ट कर सकती हूँ कि मेरे लिए क्या बेस्ट है करके, एंड राइट योर स्ट्रेंथ्स, राइट योर वीकनेसेस एंड एवरीथिंग, सो यू विल गेट अ मोर clearer idea of what you can do. I've just given you a lot of options over here. Okay, y'all can do this, but later it's your choice and your parents influence with what you want to do after your 10th standard. Okay, so yeah, best of luck for your career, and I hope you all will be all budding new doctors and teachers and everything, and I'm looking forward for it. Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm just leaving the meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.